What is up, awesome people? Alrighty, so time to kick off the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battles with an absolute bang of a battle. So this was a multi-battle that took place over on Pit Knight's live stream, which happened early in the morning for us Australians. Everyone else in the world would have taken probably last night. But anyways, this happened near the end of the live stream, and as I said, this was an absolute kick of a battle. This was definitely my best battle for the night, and I think probably everyone's favourite battle for the night as well. This one was definitely very tight. It was definitely exhilarating as well. I think by the end of it, I probably needed a defibrillator because my heart was just pounding out of my chest because of how freaking... Oh, it was just so... Well, man, as I said, words can really not describe this one, so... Anyways, my opponents were Evan and Duarte. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong there. And my partner was Kyno. Again, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Also, I am having to use Pip Knight's DS as well. My capture card decided to go on the fritz before we live stream, and I couldn't actually use my own DS to live stream, which was really annoying. So at this point in time, I've got to actually play through my American game and play on my American DS just so we can live stream with my DS, which is, as I said, quite annoying, but not much I could really do because I wasn't aware that was going to happen. But anyways, I do digress. Let's jump into this battle because, as I said, this was freaking amazing. Alrighty, so not really much I can say except what I've already said. But anyways, my side's going to lead with Pangoro and Swampert, and the other opposing team is going to lead with Regigigas. Both sides as well, so it's like, oh crap, this is going to be quite hard if we don't take out either one of these Regigigas. So slow start kicks in for both these two Regigigas. Swampert's going to Mega Evolve into Mega Swampert and grow absolutely Popeye arms there, which is why it's called Anchor Arms. It does gain a lot of bulk and a lot of attack as well. Pangoro is Choice Scarfed and goes for the Storm Throw there, which is always a crit. Does bring the Regigigas down to the red there. Swampert follows it up with the Hammer Arm and does take out the Regigigas. So that was an excellent opening play there from both myself and my partner there, taking out Regigigas. Regigigas is quite annoying. It carries moves like Confuse Ray as shown there. Thunder Wave, Substitute, maybe Knock Off, which is now 2 to move for Regigigas, and all those other annoying moves which can make it quite of a stalling Pokemon just to get past that 5 turns of slow start. Alright, so Octillery comes out to take Regigigas' place. Pangoro does hurt itself in Confusion, which is quite annoying. Octillery goes for the Energy Ball there, which is definitely going to hurt Swampert and one-shot it thanks to that 4 times weakness to Grass. So, a bit unfortunate there for the Swampert. Octillery is a bit of a hard Pokemon to read since it's not used all that much, so props for using the Octillery. Regigigas goes for knockoff on my Pangoro, does knock off the Choice Scarf. Not too fast there because Regigigas and Octillery aren't exactly the fastest Pokemon in the game. Goes for another Storm Throw there on the Regigigas, and that's going to do quite a lot of damage there to Regigigas. Definitely is a bulky Regigigas, max health, max attack. Ludicolo goes for the Grass Knot there, does quite a lot of damage there to the Octillery, and Octillery goes for another Energy Ball. So I'm definitely reading that this is definitely a Choice Octillery, probably either Choice Specs or Choice Scarf. Probably Choice Specs since it didn't outspeed my Pangoro without the Choice Scarf. So that's definitely going to be hitting quite hard. Regigigas does go for the Thunder Wave there, paralysing my Pangoro. Octillery's going to swap out because it doesn't particularly want to take another Grass Knot from the Ludicolo. It could probably take out my Pangoro at the risk of being knocked out by Grass Knot, but probably definitely not a risk that the Evan's willing to take. So that was a great swap there. Swapped into the Grass Knot there, which Tropius took very well. Regigigas goes for the Thunder Wave on Ludicolo, paralysing Ludicolo. So both Pangoro and Ludicolo are paralysed. Do manage to get past the paralysis hacks there on the Pangoro, taking the Regigigas out with a Drain Punch, getting a little bit of health back at the same time. So that was excellent because I'm pretty sure Slow Start would have ended the next turn, and that would have hell would have just broken loose. So anyways, one powerhouse Pokemon to another, Regigigas comes onto the field. So it's like, oh, well this is good for me because I can take that thing out quite easily. Regigigas is more special defensive rather than defensive, but it actually has Damn Focus Blast, which manages to connect and take out my Pangoro. So that kind of wasn't cool. But I am pretty confident that Pyroar could probably take at least Tropius out, maybe. Tropius goes for the Air Slash there, that does a little bit of damage to the Pyroar, so I'm assuming max health, max special defense for the Tropius, Harvest with Citrus Berry. Alright, so Regigigas swaps out there because it doesn't particularly want to stay in just in case that Pyroar has Fire Blast or Overheat and does burn it. goes into the Lantern there, which is definitely going to sponge my Iron Head very nicely, and it will sponge Pyro's Incinerate very nicely as well. Incinerate's definitely not a move I see very often on Pyro, but it is going to burn the Citrus Berry on the Tropius, which is awesome. Alright, so it's, Tropius is going to go over the Synesis there, which is going to recover some of its health back. So this is definitely, as I said, very bulky. Tropius, Pyro is going to swap out there and go back into Ludicolo. So it definitely doesn't want to get hit by a Scald or a Hydro Pump from the Lantern. I'm going to go for the Sacred Sword here on my Cobaline, which is going to do quite a lot of damage, or quite nice damage there to Lantern. Lantern does go for the Thunder Wave there, but since Ludicolo is already paralyzed, that did fail. Air Slash on the Ludicolo does quite nice damage. Sacred Sword again from Cobaline to Lantern. That's definitely just going to miss out on the red there. Thunder Wave on my Cobaline, which is quite annoying because Cobaline does have some nice speed. So now my Cobaline is pretty slow. Alright, so Tropius is still spamming the Air Slash there on Ludicolo. It does bring it down to the red. Ludicolo goes for the Grass Knot, and that should take out the Lantern. And it does, so there goes Lantern. So Parafusion is no more for that Lantern, which is awesome. And all that's left now on Duarte's side is Regice. So that's not cool, because if I lose Cobaline, I'm going to have a lot of troubles taking that thing out. And Focus Blast hits again, so it's like, oh rats. So Cobaline goes down. So at the moment, I'm probably expecting this Regice to be Choice Specs, because I have not seen any other move from Regice as of yet. Tropius does take out the Ludicolo with Air Slash, and Ludicolo goes down. So we're in a bit of a predicament at the moment, but it still is pretty close regardless. My last Pokemon is Jellicent, and my partner, I think his last Pokemon is Pyro. Incinerate is a crit there on the Tropius, taking out Tropius, so that was really lucky. Tropius definitely would have tanked that all day long. Moxie up there for the Pyro, even though it is, I'm pretty sure it's a special attacker. Confused Ray there on the Regice just to try and slow it down a little bit, just in case it is Choice Specs, because it will definitely hurt Pyro with the Focus Blast. Does get past the Confusion Hacks there, unfortunately, and Focus Blast still hits. That's like, oh wow. Insane luck there on the Focus Blast. Not very often you see Focus Blast hit that many times. And with that, my partner is officially out of the battle. So now it's a 2 against 1 with Octillery and Regice against my Jellicent. So this is where the interesting part starts to kick in. I confused Ray the Octillery. Regice is still confused. It gets past the confusion and goes for Thunderbolt. So it's definitely not Choice Specs now that I've learnt that. So I'm going to assume it's an Assault Vested Regice. Since it hasn't shown any item, I'm assuming that's what it is, since most Regice do carry the Assault Vest. Alright, so leftovers there on my Jellicent. I am specially defensive, which is great because both Octillery and Regice are both special attackers. So this Jellicent will most likely take both moves from these two Pokemon. So I use Recover there to get my health back. Regice unfortunately snaps out of confusion, goes for the Thunderbolt, which is doing some nice damage there to my Jellicent. So if it does crit me, it is kind of game over for me. Octillery does hit itself in confusion, which brings it down to the red. So it's now in killing range from Scald, I do believe. A little bit more leftover recovery there for my Jellicent. And I go for the Scald here, just playing all or nothing here because I have to take out this Octillery, otherwise I'm not going to be in a very good position at all. And I do succeed in taking out Octillery, which means Evan is now officially out of the battle. So it does even out the battle a little bit. Regice versus Jellicent now. Unfortunately though, I am a bit of a type disadvantage with that Thunderbolt, although it is about a 4 hit KO thanks to my special defense. Massive special defense and my extremely awesome health there. Jellicent does reach 404 health at level 100. Regice continuing to spam the Thunderbolt there, so as I said, if it does crit me, it is game over, but it does manage to get the Para Hacks, which eventually had to happen. So that is going to slow me down, and it is going to be a little bit harder now to throw up recovers if I do get the Para Hacks. So another Thunderbolt coming my way, and at the same time Regice is outspeeding me as well. Confused Ray on the Regice because I do have to try and make it so Regice can't attack, and it will help me in case I do get the Para Hacks happening. If it does hit itself in confusion, I may be able to still pull off a recover if it hits itself in confusion. Alright, so it hits itself in confusion, which is great, so a little bit of damage there to Regice. Recover off there for me, which is great, so I can get my health back. And up we go. So another thing I was a bit worried about here was if the Regice had Rest. If it had Rest, then it would have definitely thrown the whole idea of Assault Vest out the window. So I was playing my money on the table that Regice had Assault Vest, which means it wouldn't have had Rest, which would have been awesome for me. So, but we'll find out as we keep going on. But all I can really do is pray that I do get a burn or some type of amazing luck here with this Regice, because I know Regice can tank my Scalds all day long, especially if it's got rest. Regice hits itself in confusion again now. I think that's like the 3rd time in a row. So I've got Will-O-Wisp on this thing, just to guarantee I was going to burn the Pokemon. A little bit redundant though, having Scald and Will-O-Wisp, I will admit, but as I said, definitely helped out in this battle, just in case. I know what my luck is with Scald, I'll never get a burn. Alright, so the burn's definitely going to wither this Regice down a little bit quicker. Alright, so it gets past the Confusion Hacks there and goes for the Thunderbolt. So that's going to do some hunk of damage again. As I said, it's about a 4-hit KO there. Unfortunately, I did get the Para Hex there from the Jellicent. So more leftover recovery there. And some more burn damage there for the Regice. Alright, so it snaps out of confusion, goes for the Thunderbolt again, which is about all, as I said, all I can do. That is definitely a critical hit there, so a bit lucky I was at some nice health. Unfortunately, I do get Para Hex there, so it's like, oh, that's not cool, because I'm probably just going to live the next attack, or I'm going to go down. So, Burn's going to dribble its health down a little bit more. And this is the final blow. Regice goes for the Thunderbolt. I live with 1 health. It was like, holy crap. Hopefully this is enough. I go for the Scald. That brings it down to the red. Leftover recovery there for Jellicent. And burn damage there to Regice, which is just enough to take out that Regice, and Regice goes down. Holy crap, that was a really, really close battle. If that burn damage wasn't enough to take out that Regice, Regice would have taken me down the next turn with Thunderbolt, and that would have been our defeat instead. But as I said, that was a really close battle all the way through, especially right at the end there between Jellicent and Regice. It was just insane. So that Regice was definitely assault vested, otherwise it would have had rest. Chesto Resto is definitely another set that the Regice could have also run as well, with Focus Blast, Thunderbolts, and maybe Ice Beam or something like that. I have seen Regice carry Icy Wind as well, but regardless, that was a really awesome battle. So just to recap, Evan had Tropius, Octillery, and Regigigas. Props to Evan for using Octillery, because Octillery is very, very, very rarely used. I don't see him on an awful lot at all, which is why Octillery is great for definitely throwing people off guard. It has some really nice moves, just unfortunately its stats aren't exactly the greatest. It's quite slow. Its special attack is about average as per se. Can't really say too much anything amazing about Octillery. It's got, last I checked, its bulk isn't exactly the greatest either, so that's why Octillery you don't see very much at all. Duarte, again, sorry if I've been saying your name wrong the entire time, had these amazing Regice, his Lantern, and Regigigas. Definitely one to be feared in this entire battle. My partner had Swampert, who was Mega, Pyroar, and Ludicolo. So props for using Incinerate Pyroar as well. That was definitely what I was not expecting at all. That definitely did help against that Tropius as well. As myself, Pangoro, Cobalion, and Jellicent. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video, and the Wi-Fi battle as well. As always, thank you so much for taking the time of your day to check out this video, and I will try my best to upload the rest of the battles I had during the live stream. I think I had all my battles were quite excellent as well throughout the entire night. If you want to check out the live stream, if you did miss it, it's over on Pinmar's channel. The entire live stream is live for those who want to watch it. We'll try and put a timestamp or something so you can see each of the battles as well. So yeah. Until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!